It's for the game, baby.
Duh.
Whoa.
That was it. That was our intro.
There you go. What's up? This is for the game.
This is for the game.
For the game.
It's for the game.
We have two very special guests. Introduce yourselves.
Hi everyone, I'm Hayley.
Hi, I'm Angel.
Thank
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining.
us.
Thank you for joining.
Thanks
Very
for having
excited.
us.
Yes.
You're
We're
very
excited.
welcome.
So, it's the third episode of For the Game. So, we wanted to bring some other athletes on, female athletes. So, what can you say about your journey as far as making it to college and being a college softball player?
Okay.
Okay, so I played travel softball for 4 or 5 years, and Barry was my first ever offer when I was a junior in high school, and yeah, so the coach was basically like, don't talk to anyone else. I was like, okay, cool, like, you're in Miami, I love Miami, I love the beach, and it's only 3 hours from home, which is Orlando, so I was like, perfect, and yeah, that's how I got here.
I'm coming a bit from more up north.
Yeah.
So I'm originally from Toronto, played technically 3 years in my undergrad and then did the fourth year for COVID. So I did 4 years of school there at a school called Humber College. And then came down here for 2 years in my master's, played a year here at Barrie and like loved it. Like I love the environment of the NCAA. Wasn't used to that in Ontario. It's just not as competitive. So I like loved like the competitive environment, you know, practicing every day and all that. The season back home is also only like 6 weeks, so I loved the fact that we could play like all year round. That's all I wanted. So yeah, it was getting here. And Barrie they had a cool master's program for sports psych. So I'll say most of it was academic, but it was just a plus that I could continue to play softball.
How long have you guys been playing?
I've been playing since I was like T-ball when you played like for whatever. Like I've been playing since I was a kid.
11. I did competitive cheer for 6 years before
There you
that.
go.
Yeah.
Athlete.
A little flexible. Yeah.
So, mentioned sports psych, masters. How big is that in like sports? Because obviously it's a newer topic in
Yeah.
sports, so not many people like it or whatever. There's mixed opinions. How important is that to you?
You hear the whole, like, especially our sport, like, you hear, like, oh, baseball and softball is, like, 90% mental, 50% mental, whatever the number is that people put on it, but, like, in sports all in general is, like, especially when you get to, like, being an elite athlete, so let's just say the NCAA in general, like, everyone relatively has the same skill, right? Like, you know, like, you all got to the same school, so you got there somehow. So, like, when you have the physical stuff, I'll say mastered for the most part, like, you don't really have to think about swinging besides, like, your little mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
The things that set you apart are really your mental game, like how fast you recover from like,
An error.
errors, like, yeah, how fast you can bounce back, how confident you are, how focused you are in your sport, like, it really is what sets you apart from, like, how seriously you take the sport to someone that's just like, yeah, we can all do the skills, but mental is the part that gets you further.
So, when did you know, like, you wanted to go into sports psych?
Not until my like third year of my undergrad. I did my undergrad in social work, and I was like, okay, get me out of here. Like I loved working with people. That's why I did social work, and I was like, get me to the athletes. Like as respectful it is to the nerds, I'm like, get me to my people.
Yeah.
So it was like my third year of whatever, and I was like, I did like placements, like internships with sport people, and I was like, no, I love this world. I want to get to know, you know, why athletes are the way they are, why we put ourselves through so much just to not get enough back and like whatever, right? So I struggled through my senior year of my undergrad just to start looking for master's programs.
Well,
Yeah.
you're making a change in the sport for sure. So
Yeah.
thank you for that.
Hey, little by little.
You want Angel? Can you tell the audience your major?
So I'm a business management major. This is my last year. I'm graduating. It's pretty broad. I just didn't know what to do, and business management was the way to go. But I'm kind of in my career looking. I want to stay in sports, obviously, but more the social media marketing route, hopefully. So
Okay, there you go. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking already about like career paths and whatnot. How difficult of a topic was it for you when you were going through it currently now? Is that something that like kind of is like in your head all the time? I know me, it's the same thing as the older I get, the more you think about it. So like what helped you going through it, or what's helping currently or whatnot?
Yeah, it's such a, I think I was just talking to my friends about this earlier, like, it's such a pressure now to like get out of grad school and just like instantly get in the job. And like, especially being an athlete, like maybe you don't have a ton of experience before, and like maybe your life has pretty much just like been training and like, you know, like focus on the sport. So like a bit of an identity comes after that. So it's like, what is my passion besides, you know, you have a passion for your sport, of course, but like, what am I good at? What do I like to do outside of the sport? And I think that's, not to drop sports psych again, but like that's also the part of that like mental performers are helping with is like, who are you without the sport? Like what are you good at? What are your strengths? What do you want to do? What do you love? So it's just finding finding what you're good at and what you love. And obviously I think athletes tend to go towards like working with athletes, because those are the people that we like to work with. Those we're so used to being on a team that we like want to work in a team again. So it's like, oh, let's go like, you know, build co-workers, and let's go find like a group of people that we like. And so it's just, to me, it's a matter of finding what you're good at and going from there.
Definitely. I mean, our sports psych people have just shifted into kind of helping us think about that outside, because I know for me, all I've done is sports.
Yeah.
I don't have much,
Experience outside, yeah.
experience besides that. So it's just about networking and connecting with those who know certain things that you don't know. But yeah.
For sure, I'm right there with you. All I know is baseball.
Yeah.
Like everything I've ever done, every decision I've ever made, even if it's not a baseball decision,
Facts.
baseball was
You do it,
involved.
yeah.
Like my choices were based around like, oh, when's my season? Or am I here? Can I do that?
Training, yeah.
Training,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah.
I feel that for sure. So coming from Canada, you're very, very far.
A little bit.
How is that move? Is that something that you looked for? Like did you want to go airplane far, or is that something that you were thinking of, or it just happened to work out that way?
I've always been like I want to go, like I want to do the independent thing. Maybe it's because I'm a middle child, maybe it's because something else, but like I'm like, I want to go do it. Like, you know, you're in your 20s, like take that risk. Like I don't have a mortgage to pay for, like kids to worry about right now, so like let's just go do it, right? So when I was looking for master's programs, I was just like, I'll literally go anywhere. I was looking at like Minnesota, Florida, and then I think another spot like out west. Like I was just like wherever. And obviously ended up here, but I was kind of like, no, I want to do it. The school I went to in my undergrad was like half an hour from home. Granted, didn't go home a ton, but like it was right there if I needed it to be. And my parents were able to come to my games and everything like that was there. So I was kind of like, let's go grow. Let's go, you know, I lived by myself there, but again, I still had it. So I was like, let's go do the fun thing, and let's just, you know, can't complain about Miami. So
For sure,
Yeah.
I like it. Is it what you expected?
people always ask me like, yeah, how is it different? How is it whatever? I compare the city of Toronto very much to the city of Miami.
Okay.
Like party life, nightlife, whatever it is, like busy, like traffic, like everything. Like it's all pretty much the same.
Besides weather.
Yeah, a little bit. Not right now.
That
But
makes sense.
it was similar.
Cool.
So then, Angel, as far as you go, so you're from Florida, north, not as far. Was that a huge factor when you committed to Barry, like moving to Miami? Is it very different from Orlando? Better, worse?
Miami's definitely more busier. I just wanted to stay in Florida in general, but I like that I'm far from home, but not obviously too far compared to you.
Yeah.
But I like being on my own. That showed me more independence and growth in that sort of way. But yeah.
100%. Yeah, I'm a firm believer in like if you are able and can afford it, like get out, like go live somewhere. You learn so much.
Sure.
Like even like buying groceries, like
Spread
something
the
as like
wings.
small as that of just like learning how to be on your own. I would suggest that to any person
Yeah.
who is able.
I loved it when I did it my first year. It
Yeah.
was- I didn't want to stop, so having to move back, it was
Yeah,
a
like
big change for me. I was like, oh, I guess.
Yeah, right.
I guess I'll come back home. I love it now, but we'll do a little like swapping subjects. Locker room talk.
Okay.
We have it in baseball. We know we talk about everything. What does softball locker room talk sound like?
I'm trying to think. If anything, it sounds so weird to say, but we just like talk about our day.
Yeah.
Like we'll be like, oh, like, you know, how was everyone day? Or like someone will drop me like, oh, I had an exam today. Like, oh my god, it was hell. Like whatever. Or we'll just like you know, drama is always a thing on like women's teams, and they always are like, oh, they're so drama. But like sometimes we'll just like talk about what's going on in our lives, like personal lives. Like it is it is around softball and like sports talk, but I feel like in the locker room it's the time to like talk about like what's going on or like what you did that weekend. Be like, oh,
For
I went
sure.
to this place this weekend and like, oh, it was really fun.
It's not so much drama
Yeah.
as people might think.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say either. I would just say it's like personal life. Like we call it kiki.
Yeah.
And we just kind of like, we kiki together about, you know,
Do you
random
think you
stuff.
have more drama than like males? You said there's not much drama. I can see it like there's probably people think there's a ton.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there like a good amount? Like, do you think you have more than like baseball drama, basketball?
Probably. I mean, we're girls.
I was gonna say it again.
But-
It sounds stereotypical to say, but like girls are just more sensitive and like take things more personally. So like you guys can like get on each other about like being accountable or something,
Yeah.
right? But for girls, sometimes we're like, they hate me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she doesn't
Can't
like
be
me
too
anymore.
aggressive.
Yeah. So it just you get 20 personalities in the same room. Like people are bound to, you know,
Yeah.
like someone's really sensitive, someone's like a tough love person. So like those people may be communicating with each other.
Okay.
It's like
That's the
I was
baseball
gonna
thing
ask
too, though.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, is there still that tough love though? Is
You
that
get
still
the-
something that happens, or is it more like just nice, like?
It's more on the field with tough
Okay.
love.
Yeah.
Like when we come in the locker room, it's kind of like a relax, like
Yeah.
debrief, but it's not so much like getting on to each other because yes, we are sensitive and people will take it
Yeah.
in a negative way.
Yeah, no, you
So.
got the gamers, like you got the people that are like in the moment, like they'll yell or they'll say something just like off the top of their head, but then you get back in the locker room and you're like, what'd you guys do this weekend?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like whatever. So it's
I like it. It's a good escape.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, it is.
Yeah, that's funny. I like it a lot.
So just building off of that then, a thing that we were interested about, since like every coach that I've ever had in my life is same gender as me.
True, yeah.
So what is it like having someone who is a different gender
Yeah.
teaching you the sport that's not their
Yeah, I've had both, and my undergrad
Mhm.
coach was also male. So like it literally just goes back to personality. Like
Mhm.
one year you could have a team that is more on the sensitive side, and one year you could have more a team that's on the hard side. So say you get, it's kind of weird to say, but like my coach back home was like sensitive. Like he was like a teddy bear type of guy. Like he was
Mhm.
like really big on like reinforcement and like communicating with you here. And then here was more of the tough love and like getting on you accountable stuff. So you can speak more to how, like, just because from the one coach you've had or from travel ball, I
Yeah.
know you had a good relationship with your coach back home.
So back home, I had a girl coach for
Yeah.
Mhm.
3 years.
Yeah.
So that's different because she definitely understands when to talk to you and when not to talk to you because she's a girl. Like she can read you.
She's like, they need a minute.
Yeah, but when it's a male, they don't really know where to step in, and so sometimes it could be too aggressive to some person who can't take it.
Yeah.
And I think that's sometimes an issue here, but like he means well most
Yeah.
of the time, so it's just him being more aware of how girls are.
For sure. It's a crazy thought to think about. Like
Yeah.
you have to like actually like be good at like
Yeah.
to be able to read your players is huge. So
Mhm.
here's another like kind of piggyback. What's something that you like face being a woman athlete that like you think that like male athletes might not be facing, or like is there even a thing that like, or you think we go through like the same kind of stuff, or
Yeah.
is there any like outliers there?
In college, you fight through the whole, like, women's sports are less competitive, so, like, you don't get people to, like, come out to your game sort of thing, which is, like, something that first comes to mind, which I'll sit here and say, like, yeah, okay, maybe, like, I think, like, basketball is an example where it's, like, literally the same thing, you're different genders. So, like, okay, maybe a women's basketball game is less competitive because they're not as strong, they're not as quick, that you know, as tall, so they can't, like, dunk and, like, bring that, like, energy to it. So that's the first thing that comes to mind for me, of just, like, fan engagement, of being like, oh, come out to women's sports, and all the stuff that's happening with, like, Women's March Madness right now, like, is so good for the media and, like, all of that. I love that shit. Sorry.
It's okay. You're
No,
good.
it's
You're
fine.
allowed.
We got cutaways.
But-
It's
yeah.
okay. We got a beep.
Yeah, okay, perfect. But that's the only thing that comes to mind first, other than just, like, having to deal with the stereotype of, you know, you're not, it's a male-dominated field, so it's like, why, you know, like, yeah, that's the only thing I can think of it being, like, gender-wise.
Yeah, I mean, going back to like mentally, women are more sensitive, so we do overthink and can kind of crumble easier than men.
Right.
And so that's all I can think
So
of.
go back to the mental, don't make me go sports
Yeah.
psych on it.
So we have obviously we all have hard days, we all have
Yeah.
like struggles, and
Yeah.
whether it's through our sport, 'cause it's a grind, or
Personal.
school,
Yeah.
personal. What's like your guys' escape? Whether it's a hobby or something, like how do you just be like, okay, forget softball and
Yeah.
school right now, I just need to relax. Like what is your escape?
I would
if
say
any?
us, it's like hanging out.
Yeah.
Not talking about the sport,
Mhm.
chilling, whether that's in rooms or like going
At
out
the
to
beach or
yeah,
something.
going out to get
yeah.
a bite to eat, like have a drink, like it's just not needing to talk about the sport. There's times where we're like, okay, like no more softball, like
Yeah.
stop talking about softball. What's
Yeah.
what's up?
We've had a couple of those days
Right?
too.
Like yeah, you just want to not think about it, even if you had the worst game ever or shit's not going your way. Like you just like, you're like, okay, like. But again, it goes back to identity. Like we are so much more than just the sport. So like, what is our go-to? We'll go to the beach. We'll go like
Go out.
yeah. Yeah.
So that brings us to the next question. Obviously, temptations about going out then. So how do you balance the student athlete school life and being able to, be a little social butterfly every now and then?
Hey, you gotta pick your days, and you gotta pick your days.
Yeah.
Come on, we need more than that. This is for the game.
This
Hey, a
is
little bit more.
for the game.
I'm-
We need some details.
I'm a NARP, so retired. I can remember
No.
back to the olden days.
Okay,
Olden
okay.
days, last year.
It's just honestly, it's knowing yourself. Like if you're like, hey, I got practice Monday at 4:00, so like we'll go out Saturday, so you have that Sunday to like
Recover.
chill. Yeah, like chill, whatever. But you also like as you get older, you're also like, go out, have a couple drinks. Like we're good. Like
I don't
we
need to
come
get
back.
hammered.
Yeah, like we can
Yeah.
talk about that as seniors and like know like we're good, whatever. But for maybe freshmen, you gotta learn a little bit, and then you hopefully don't go as crazy. But I think it's picking your days.
Yeah,
and
just
knowing.
balance and knowing when you're tired, when you need time to recover,
Yeah.
and a little more sleep.
Yeah. Oh no, there's tons of days where we're like no, like last year we'd be like no, like we gotta get up, or we got you got lift in the morning or something. So maybe you go out and have a drink and you come back home at 1 or something, right? Like I think it's for you guys. I'm sure it's the same of just like picking
Yeah,
when
for
you
sure.
want it.
Yeah.
So you mentioned from Toronto, from Orlando, both pretty good social areas, like what for going out.
Yeah.
Did Miami have, like Miami nightlife at least, did it have like a little bit of a factor in your decision? Like, is that something that carries a little bit of weight? Because people don't like to say it, but I'll say it. I mean, yeah, it's a fun place to be.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
why wouldn't you want to be here? So,
100%. It's a good recruiting tool
yeah,
out there listening.
for sure.
Yeah.
It took me a year to even know where I was half the time. Like people would be like Wynwood, Brickell. I still
She
don't
still
know.
doesn't
I
know.
still am like, where are we? Where are we going out tonight? They're like this place. I'm like, I don't know if that's in South Beach. I don't know if we're going to Fort Lauderdale. I have no idea where we're going, guys. So I feel like it wasn't until like this year where I was like, okay, like I know where that is. That's Brickell. That's this. But like in your freshman year, were you like, what do we
Well,
like?
during freshman year, COVID, Mama Jenny's was the place.
good one.
Yes, Mama
We couldn't
Jenny's.
go out,
Yeah.
really. But I'm pretty easy with location map. I'm just like, oh, this is the
Yeah,
place to go
finding
to
what
here.
you like.
What's
But-
the favorite spot so far?
We go to Fort Lauderdale or
Yeah.
Brickell. We stay away from the.
No, I want like
Feel like
I want like a name.
Oh,
Okay, we go to the Wharf.
Shout
The
out.
Wharf.
Oh,
The Wharf.
shout out
Shout
to
out
Wharf.
Fort Lauderdale Wharf.
Yes.
Sponsor us, Wharf. Sponsor
Yeah.
us.
Hey, we
That
know
would
you
be
shut
cool.
down Miami, but
Hey, sponsor us.
Not really nightclub girlies.
yeah, we like the.
The
you can-
Dagers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
The
sit-
chill
Chill,
spots.
go to the beach, walk around,
Yeah.
drink a little bit.
Yeah.
I get that. I like that too.
Not
It's
so much
relaxing.
space when we're up at 7 a.m. partying.
Never.
No.
You'll never catch me in there.
No.
I like my sleep too much.
Yeah.
Way too much.
But I would like as regards to like factor goes of it being here. I honestly didn't think about it. I think I was just like freaking out about like where to go. But I was like, oh, I think the one thing for me was weather. I was like, oh, what? Like Florida, Miami, like cool weather. And then
Yeah.
it wasn't until I like got here and I like saw the biggest thing for me was like it was like the first weekend, you're getting to know the girls and everything, and you're like, well, let's go to this bar, and it was like outside. I'm like, there's no roof, there's
Yeah.
we're like outside at the bar. Okay, like this is super cool, but I don't know if it was for you. if you
No,
thought
not
about
really.
it.
Mine was just the beach and being literally 10 minutes
Yeah,
away.
I feel like it's not until you get here, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
like influencers are here. Like
Yeah.
you're like
Yeah.
wandering, you're like, I'm in the same place as like people like have like
Money.
boat houses and
Yeah.
like around, like we're so close to people, but you're so outside of it, you don't even realize that you're in that same environment.
So you guys have been in Miami for a little bit, not obviously from Miami.
Mhm.
Is this gonna be home, or is this gonna be a longer vacation spot for you guys?
You lost me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lost me.
Yeah.
I'm going back home. I mean, the reason I came to the U.S. in general was because it has a bigger realm of sports psych opportunities. if there were programs in Canada, I would have stayed there. So this was just the place that gave me the best opportunity, get a degree. The plan was to get a degree and go.
And you got it.
Yeah, right. And it's, you know, if a job showed up and it was worth, you know, the rent and everything the exchange rate, like everything to do with it, a visa, 100% I would stay down here. I do like it down here, but let's go back up there, chill for a bit, and then if I
Hang
find
out with
myself,
Drake a little bit.
yeah, hang out with
Play some hockey.
my cousin Drake, and then we'll go from there.
There you go.
For me, I'm at least staying another year. I want to find a job down here.
Yeah.
I live off campus, and we're gonna renew our lease, so that's exciting.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, so it's just a job hunt
Right.
now.
Yeah, not stressful at all.
I'm doing really good, actually.
Fire.
Side
Maybe.
So switching to the wholesome side then.
Yeah.
So how big has family played a role in your life as far as just like your journey all the way up until this point?
Yeah.
Softball, sports psych, just life. What role do they play for you?
Yeah, I love my family to death. My parents have both been so supportive through this whole thing. I say that and I'm like, I'm moving 24 hours away. Like sorry guys, but I always say that. People are like, oh, did you like to leave? And I said, I say I love my family to death, but I'm happy to like do it now, right? It comes with some guilt for me at least of like leaving and being like, oh, I'm far away, and you know, I just like to say you're welcome because I gave them a vacation spot to come down to sometimes. But they were huge. My dad coached me growing up, was always super supportive, you know, never pushed. He's such a big, like, don't regret anything. My dad played hockey growing up, so he was careful on that line of like not wanting your kids to do what you want to do, and like the parents of like, I couldn't do it, so you do it. But he's just a big like, I wish someone told me to work as hard as I possibly could and see where that got me. So he's definitely doing that, and that's great. My mom's she's just supportive.
She's just
like,
Nelly.
yeah, she's just like, do your thing, girl. Woo, you're killing it. So, no, they've been huge.
Yeah, I love my family. They're my biggest supporters. They literally come to every single game,
Yes, they
no
do.
matter where.
Yep.
If it's in Florida, they're there.
Yep.
Fire.
So that's
Awesome.
No,
the
they're
biggest
great.
thing, yeah. And
That's
they're always
awesome.
down here, every weekend.
It's a good thing to have.
Yeah.
I feel like I genuinely sometimes probably take it for granted of just like how supportive my parents were,
Me
and
too.
even through like sports are so hard to deal with. Like, of course we all probably want, if we have kids, our kids to be in sports. We love that environment, but I'm like, how'd you guys do this? Like, this is just like a crazy, like I have an older sister and a younger sister, everyone's in sports. Like, I'm like, you guys are like driving us to practice and like worrying about us getting recruited and like all this. Like, this is just like a crazy environment.
Yeah.
So for them to like stay true and like just like want the best for us is like, that's huge.
You see it the most once you get a little older.
Yeah.
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 Thinking back on all those days, I could think of at least 4 or 5 times where like we get to a field an hour and a half away. I left my cleats.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Gotta
I
get
remember.
some new ones.
I remember one game. We were like, I'm telling you, it was almost 2 hours away from my house, and I was in Crocs.
Yeah.
And at this point, I was already the same size shoe as my dad, and I go in. My dad was like, "Where's your cleats?" I was
Yep.
like, "Oh my God, I left my cleats."
In the garage.
So I leave my cleats in the garage. My dad gives me his shoes, and he walks to a Dick's Sporting
Shut
Goods
up.
to buy me cleats, and then
Wow.
brings them back by game time.
Yeah.
Like
Heroes.
everything
I've
that
been
my
there.
parents have
Yeah.
done for me, like as a kid, you don't realize how big of a thing that was for them in their day. Like if I had to do that now, I'd be like, what? Walk to Dick's Sporting Goods? I'm not walking there. And my dad would do that for me, and my mom would do the same thing, and my sister. So I could totally agree with how
Yeah.
big it is.
No, it's great.
So we got a little segment now. It's called Rapid Fire.
Oh, great.
It's gonna be a fun little short questions. Just first thing that comes to mind, I want to hear.
Hit it. Let's do it.
First one, person you would trade places with for a day.
You go first.
Pitbull, easy.
Good
Mr.
answer.
3 of 5.
That's a good answer.
Oh, I had.
Oh, there was a little Canada.
You said Elon Musk.
I said no. He was another one. I don't know about him. Honestly, probably like an Olympic athlete.
Okay,
Yeah, like what their day is. Like that's crazy.
but like any Olympic athlete.
Probably if I had to choose a softball one, I would. But
Okay.
yeah, like just like an Olympic athlete.
Okay.
Fire. We got Ginny Finch, and then what's your guilty pleasure?
Sweet treat. After
Yes,
every
I
single
love-
meal.
Teenage Elite,
I love
anything
sweet
sweet after
treat.
every. Yeah.
What is sweet treat?
Sweet.
You
Any
just
just
eat
sweet
ice
treat.
cream
Like a
after.
sweet
treat.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet treat.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, sweet treat.
Straightforward.
What's the biggest risk you've ever took?
Coming here.
Yeah, like moving off campus.
Yeah.
Living on my own.
I think it's a pretty common answer. Like
Yeah.
coming to Barrier, moving away.
Just
Yeah.
doing like the big,
just going a
thing.
big jump.
Yeah.
It's a common answer.
Best compliment you ever got?
I like when people tell me I'm funny.
You are pretty funny.
Thanks.
Thanks. There you go. Mine's what do you whiten your teeth with? And I'm like, I don't.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Flex.
Nah, that's a
Yeah.
That's a
flex.
flex.
That's
It's a
generic.
good flex.
Yeah,
It's a good
Right.
flex. Worst piece of advice you've ever got?
we were talking about this before. We're
Yeah.
like,
I said
Yours
when
is-
someone is just like, oh, just don't think about it. Don't say that to me. Like I'm literally the person that's gonna overthink
she's a bit of
everything.
an overthinker.
Yeah, like it's not that easy.
Yeah. Mine would. I'm just a huge believer in like you can literally do anything you want. Like you with the means of yourself, fine. Like
Amen.
right? Like, but you like have control. You have so much control of your life. So like, if someone were to tell me like, oh, that's like you dream that, like that's kind of what I'd be like,
Like downgrading your.
yeah, you can literally do anything you want at any moment.
There you go. Amen. I like it. Well said. Well said.
Thanks.
Something you wish you were better at?
Mine's like water sports. Hear me out.
Water
Like,
sports?
water
I was
Okay.
not gonna go that way.
Like, okay, sorry. Like wakeboarding, like water skiing.
Surfing.
Okay.
That stuff's
Where does
It
this
does
come
look-
from? Where
It
is
does
this
look
coming
pretty
from?
cool. Like
I don't know
if I just go to
why.
the beach and someone just surfing, I'd be like, I can't do that. That's pretty cool.
That's so sick. Like,
Yeah.
and, like you see like the videos of people like wakeboarding like in the wake. Oh my god, that's so cool. I don't.
That is pretty cool.
Fire.
Yeah.
I agree. That's a good one. It's a good
Yeah, it's
answer.
the first time
It's
we've
not
heard
what
that
I was
one.
expecting,
Yeah.
but that was a good answer. Good answer.
Yeah, I was definitely not
Don't leave me
thinking.
hanging.
Of,
What's
yeah.
what's yours?
Mine was just gonna be better communicating.
Oh,
Oh.
Like
Boom.
compared to
No
you.
bad answers here.
But like
No bad
compared
answers.
to Hayley, like she can
No,
talk
good
about
answer.
anything, anytime, anywhere, for however long, and I'm just like, oh, I'm good. Okay.
it's
It's a good
blessing.
answer.
It's a blessing. and
It's a
curse,
good
everyone.
answer. Okay, last question. If you were stranded on an island, I'll give you
Elon Musk.
three people. We can.
Oh.
I give you three.
Okay.
Who are you gonna bring with you? There's
You bring a
Elon.
Pitbull too? Elon, because that man would get me out of there. I don't need anyone else. He would be like, yo, what do you need? Like, and you would just call the person to get us out. But like,
I would say the guy from Survivor, like the guy who.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's
The
host?
on to
Yeah, the
something.
host.
Yep.
okay.
Is that Bear Grylls or no?
No.
No, it's not
That's
Bear
not
Grylls.
Bear Grylls is like a easy answer. I feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, that's his name?
No, he's like the guy that does it, like anything in the woods. I don't know.
Survivalist.
Yeah.
Like Michael
basically.
Scott.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, that's from The Office. But you're like, go. Okay, I don't know. I only need Elon.
You
No,
guys
that's-
are giving us one person each. We
Like,
need-
I'm gonna need like a strong.
But it can't be like Elon because he's gonna get a jet and fly me off.
no,
you
you're
have to
stranded.
survive. You're stranded.
Oh, there's I
Gordon
can't get up.
Ramsay.
Okay.
Whoa.
Gordon
Good
Ramsay.
answer.
So you got your survivalist.
Good
you got
answer.
Gordon Ramsay.
I need to eat.
I need like the Hulk.
It's honestly a really good answer.
It's a really
The
good
Hulk.
answer, Gordon Ramsay.
Okay, so we're
The
superhero.
Hulk. Superhero.
what was
First
your first-
superhero.
Elon?
Iron
Elon?
Man.
Iron Man.
You can't steal my ideas.
I'm sorry. I love Marvel.
Yeah, you
Fire.
Okay. Favorite superheroes.
Yeah, facts.
You're more on this than I am. I literally probably would just go Batman because I like the all black fit.
Fire.
DC.
Batman is pretty cool.
Dude, I don't
Yeah,
know what
DC's
you
a little
said.
weird.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's
DC.
DC and Marvel.
Yeah.
That's
So,
the two
like-
different like worlds.
Yeah.
It's like Superman and Batman. That's DC. And then Daniel Cormier.
DC's like Superman,
stand for?
Batman.
What
I
does
don't know.
it? Something comics.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what's the other one?
And Marvel.
Oh, okay, sorry. You like that one.
Yes. I would
What's
say
Marvel?
that's
Who?
like
Who?
Iron
That's
Man,
the
Spider-Man,
Avengers.
The
Avengers
Avengers
is
is Marvel.
Hulk,
Mine was DC.
Black Widow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay.
Yours is DC.
I still
You're
like
Batman.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's a
Same
good
thing.
answer. It's a good
Yeah,
superhero.
I either say Spider-Man or Iron Man.
Fire.
Spider-Man or Iron Man? I don't
Let's
know.
talk about which Spider-Man.
Which Spider-Man?
Yeah,
That's a
what's
good question.
Spider-Man? That is a good one.
You gotta go with the GOAT, right? Toby is the GOAT, but
It's-
Andrew's my favorite.
It's
Andrew
Toby.
Garfield's the favorite.
Really?
The answer's
Yeah,
Toby.
The answer is Tom Holland.
What's
Oh.
the
No,
other
it's
one?
not.
Stop
Boo.
it. Stop
Yes.
I pick him.
Yeah.
Boo.
Tom
No.
Holland and Zendaya.
Yeah.
It's
Andrew
Toby.
Garfield is underrated.
He is
very
underrated. He's very
He's the best
underrated.
one.
Because he also shows a different world of Spider-Man. It shows
Yeah.
like the depressed, like sad, like
Facts.
shy Spider-Man.
Toby makes me uncomfortable.
Why does Toby?
But he's the
make you
best one.
uncomfortable?
But just like, sorry, his face.
His face.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
he's
Toby.
just not like
If you're watching
Sorry,
this, Toby,
Spider-Man.
for watching this, Toby, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
He does
Sorry,
watch
Toby.
from time to time.
You don't know Toby Maguire?
Guys, I've been talking to that camera the whole time. I got no idea who the heck you guys are talking about.
Wait, have you seen like the first Spider-Man
No.
though? Oh,
Ah,
huge
what's your
Batman
favorite
girl.
movie?
Huge Batman girl.
Oh my gosh, don't ask this question. I need a genre.
Horror.
Sinister.
Sinister.
Ugh,
Fire.
I don't like
Fire.
horror
Oh,
movies.
horror
Too
is the
scary.
best
Too
genre.
Too scary.
You like horror movies?
What's yours? Yeah.
Goated one, Halloween. Favorite one, probably like Strangers.
Okay. I thought you were gonna go like Conjuring series.
Nah.
Those are fun though.
I like
I've only
the
ever
nun.
seen a
The
couple.
nun's not bad.
The couple.
No,
No,
like a couple.
Oh, okay.
You
They
like
scare me too
paranormal?
much. I like
They're
sleeping.
freaky, but
I
I
don't
like
like
the
it.
adrenaline.
No, because then
I'll
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 be
have
like,
nightmares.
I'll be,
Really?
I'll be in my house at like 2:00 because I went to go get a drink,
Yeah.
and I open the fridge. I'll be like, what if there's a monster behind the fridge? And I'm like,
You have to turn all the
Don't
lights
get me
on.
wrong.
Yes,
I ain't
every
gonna
single
lie.
time.
Yeah, I ain't
Like-
gonna lie.
But I'm like looking through like this part.
yeah, you want to see what happens.
Yeah, but like
no,
it's,
my,
it's the music too. They really get you on the music.
Ugh.
So
Oh,
sometimes I'll just
100%.
plug my ears.
Yeah.
Whatever.
it's a good question.
Okay. Favorite comedy.
Oh,
Step Brothers.
Sugar.
Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Mine's like the one with
Good
the
answer.
Heat with Melissa McCarthy and Sandra
That is a
Bullock.
funny one too. That's a
Yeah.
good one. That's a good one.
How about
What are
you,
your
Matt?
guys?
My favorite comedy
You say
is
Yeah.
oh my god, Dinner for Schmucks.
I have never.
Never
It's-
seen it.
It's with
Dinner for Schmucks.
Is it
it's
older?
with Josh Rudd and with Steve Carell.
Okay.
It's hilarious. It's
Really?
actually so
See
funny.
what
The entire movie, it's like a Step Brothers funny.
Okay.
Like it's just
Like stupid funny.
stupid funny,
Yeah.
and I just cry the entire movie. Like,
Okay.
I'm just-
What's it called again? Shut.
Dinner,
Dinner
for Schmucks.
Dinner for
So
Schmucks.
they
Give it to us.
like it's a business company,
'Kay.
and the highest executives in the business, they do a dinner to make fun of people.
Oh, okay.
But Steve Carell
Yeah.
is the person that they're making fun of,
He's so funny.
and he plays the role hilarious.
Yeah.
It's actually so good.
He kills
It's-
it.
He kills it. Him and Josh Rudd are
Okay, yeah.
so funny together. I
Oh,
love
I
it.
love it. What's yours?
Dude, that's a hard one. I only watch horror movies.
Really?
No. I'm
No.
joking. No, like
Suck.
one of the Kevin
Yeah.
Hart ones. One of the Kevin Hart ones are funny.
Ride along.
The Wedding Ringer. You
Okay.
ever seen that one?
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure. Comedy's not the
Yo,
favorite.
Talladega Nights is up there.
That one's a funny one. Okay,
Horrible
okay.
Bosses.
Like
Okay.
That
Blart.
one. Yeah,
Paul
Paul
Blart
Blart
is
up
pretty
there.
funny.
Oh, God. He's
Uh,
hilarious.
What was the one? It's the Will Ferrell movie.
Elf.
Not Elf. Not Elf.
The other
it's not
guys.
Talladega Nights.
The other guys.
Bro.
Like Dad or
The
something.
candidate is hilarious.
The
Wait, is that Will Ferrell or I'm tweaking?
no, it's. You want to know what my favorite comedy movie is?
Yeah, go.
Tropic Thunder.
No.
Never.
Oh, heck
Is
It's
this
no.
the
Tropic
basketball
Thunder.
one?
No, that's
That's
Which one's that?
that's Jackie Moon. That's
Yeah,
Jackie
that
Moon.
one.
No, it's like orange and
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
Jackie
so-
Moon.
yeah.
Tropic Thunder is a
Okay.
stupid funny one.
Okay. Wow. Movies are.
It's a great time.
You can, that's why I
Movies or
said pick a
shows?
genre. I know.
Movie or show?
Oh,
Facts.
sugar. I watch the same like 5 shows.
I only watch
What do you
Friends.
watch?
Only Friends?
Friends.
I
was
literally only
something-
watch Friends.
Yeah, we watch Friends all the time.
Just
I'll watch
re-
The
you just
Office.
rewatch.
Yeah, how many
Yeah.
times have you gone through now?
Oh no, you
Like,
can't.
No, like
Ask.
probably endless amounts.
Oh,
it's just
it's-
like a
it's-
comfort
It
thing.
just goes.
like
it's
I
a
watch it
dedication.
goes on.
to go to
Really?
sleep.
Yeah, I'm like
It's
that with
weird.
Family Guy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I do be rewatching like Family
Yeah.
Guy and like South Park
Throw
and
it
stuff
on.
like that.
When you don't want to like pay attention, like I love to watch a documentary or like something like on
Yeah.
Netflix. I'll watch that all day, but I gotta be like sit in and be like, oh damn, and whatever those shows you can just turn on.
Yeah, I
and,
like that. I
clean
agree
your
with
room
you.
or something.
So are you guys Nick or Disney kids?
I was a Disney.
Disney.
I was.
Yeah.
There's some
Yeah,
there's
sounds
some
about
rivalry
right.
and some, especially after what happened
Yeah,
with the
yeah, sounds
documentary.
about
I
What
right.
was,
was Phineas and Ferb?
That's Disney.
I
Yeah.
was a Disney kid.
you were a big Phineas and
Huge
Ferb guy.
Phineas and Ferb guy.
Right, they were
No, but I
Hannah
was a
Montana.
huge SpongeBob guy
yeah,
too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like
Remember
Jesse.
that.
Jesse.
That's- you see, like, to
SpongeBob
me-
was fire.
That's
See, I
that's
never
crazy to me. Like people
Victorious
that
on
don't
Yeah.
get SpongeBob.
Victorious was
Yeah.
awesome.
My
I'm
cartoon
ready
was
for
Teen
Mermaid Man.
Titans.
Really?
Don't
Yeah.
you for Wumbo.
You were watching
Cartoon
Powerpuff
Network?
Girls?
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
grew up in Canada.
Oh, okay.
Wait, they don't have Cartoon Network in
Your
Canada?
guys' shows are completely different.
Wait,
from
you're
what ours are.
seriously? You don't have the
Okay,
same
so name
shows?
some like big Canada shows.
Like TV and Beano.
who?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
TV and Beano. Okay,
Like
so we're gonna put
Tubi
like an
Tubi,
edit.
Beano Beano.
We're gonna put an
Put the
edit
intro
of
in right
Tibu
now.
and
Put the
Zena.
intro in.
What is it? What is it?
Tubi Binu Binu.
Tubi
What?
Tubi Bino
Tubi
Bino will be
Tubi.
on the podcast for
Yeah.
like a snippet, so
It's
you
like for
guys can see.
Gerbers, like really?
It's a Gerber
I
show.
don't know what that is. No, it was a mouse and a something else.
But
Again.
how old are you while watching this?
Yeah.
This sounds like a kid show.
Yeah,
I had a
it
little
does.
sister, y'all. Like
Kid
I
show.
don't know. She would throw that thing on, and I'll be like, "What the hell is this?"
But what would you watch?
Like Dora. I lived in the
Okay,
States
yeah,
until
yeah.
I was like 11.
Oh.
So like
Oh.
growing up, like we did the baby shows.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, okay, so was My Babysitter's a Vampire? That's like a Canadian show, right?
I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't know if I watched it.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking
yeah.
about? Oh,
I didn't
the-
watch it though, but I know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, dang.
Do you guys watch sports? Like a lot of sports?
Yeah, what's the sport?
It's
What's the
hockey.
number one?
Hockey.
It's all hockey. Like no
Okay.
one watches hockey here.
No.
Your assistant coach is the only person that I know.
I'm
that's
getting
ever
into it a
watched
little
hockey.
bit. I'm getting
Go
into it.
Knights.
I can't even name a team.
Name a
Right.
hockey team.
Come on.
You can't name
you got-
18.
you got-
Besides
got one.
Tampa.
Okay, what's their
No, you
what's
got
their
another
name?
one too. There's another one in
Where
Florida.
are we?
Yeah, that's Florida.
Florida Panthers.
Yup,
There
there
you
you go.
Good job.
Want any
Hey.
other ones?
No, that's
Hey,
it.
I can name two. Probably. That's it.
You guys see
When
this?
she
No, I
came
can name a
here, she was
couple.
like,
I
I can
name
name a
some
couple. I
teams.
can name a couple. I'm not. I have to get into it though. I'm still getting
Chicago. No?
No.
Blackhawks?
Come on.
Oh.
Into it. And
See, like you could hear the name, whatever. Like hockey runs in my family.
Or is
like
it
my grandpa was an
Flyers?
NHL
Really?
player. My
Flyers,
dad works in
Penguins?
the league.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Flyers,
so it-
Penguins, Panthers, Kings.
Yeah, but
Uh,
like name the names. Like
Is it?
Boston?
Is it Boston? Are they Flyers
No,
or
the
Penguins?
UCLA Bruins.
Ah.
Pittsburgh.
Penguins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is. Any of the Canadian teams. There's like 6 of them.
Montreal Canadiens.
That's the team name,
Oilers,
Montreal
Edmonton
Canadiens?
Oilers.
Good.
The Canucks still a team.
Yeah.
The Canucks are still a
Vancouver
team.
Canucks.
Yeah, I need to get
That's
into
another
hockey.
one?
I don't watch enough, and it's too much fun for me to not watch.
It's like to
It's
me,
fire.
it's just like what goes on in the house. But you guys are like football. Like football is
Football,
not big
baseball.
in Canada
Oh
at
my
all.
God.
At all?
I would say our
I'm-
sports are hockey, baseball.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like hockey's the most fun sport to watch live though.
I love going to hockey
Yeah.
games.
I went to one recently. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
It's like it sounds stupid. It's like bright. Like I'm like attracted to it because like the ice is like
Yeah.
white, so I'm like watching it. Like,
I don't know how they do it either. It's actually so impressive. They
it is.
run on
It
ice.
is hard. I played
Just to
hockey
run
growing
on
up.
ice. Like
Yeah.
I could
Yeah, no,
ice
it's
skate, but
extremely
like
difficult.
the second I start going too
You
fast.
do like the crossover. Can you like cross your feet over? You're just
Like
gliding.
No.
You're just gliding.
I'm just
Maybe a stride.
yeah, like legs wide, like just trying to like my
Legs
blades are
wide.
probably like this
Yeah,
because
like
my
they're
ankles.
bent in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it, but I could try.
That's
but I
okay.
will eat it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I
yeah,
guess it
I'm
I
is
will
like
face
the
plant.
bar the
Florida
entire
thing.
time.
Yeah, like you talk to someone in like Ohio or Michigan, they're like, oh yeah, like huge hockey fans, whatever. So like if you're like further south, you talk to like a Texan,
Yeah.
they're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Right?
So how about you, Angel? What's the number one sport besides softball?
Probably football.
Football?
Yeah.
Who's your team?
I don't have a team, honestly. My mom is a diehard Cowboys fan,
She is.
and
Ugh.
that is
Boo.
very,
Gross.
yeah, not good.
Your
So-
mom's a diehard, just like sports girl.
Yeah, she's a sports
She
girly.
loves to watch it.
You think that's where you got like the sports love for?
Oh no.
No?
My mom is very
new.
clumsy, very clumsy.
Oh, okay.
Is not athletic. I definitely got that from my dad. But she reads all like the analytics and
Yeah.
stuff. Like
She's
she's
big
on her
stats.
phone always.
She likes that.
Yeah.
How funny.
Yeah,
She'll, like,
she knows
text
the
you.
players.
Yeah.
She can name them. I'm just like, oh,
Like they
Okay,
just
Mom.
played today. I don't know. So I
Yeah.
watched them run around.
yeah,
Got to the Super Bowl. We were like,
yeah.
That's funny. How about you? Who gave you the sports genetics?
my
Mom?
parents both played sports. My dad's like 6'5", so he's like the people were like asking for his birth certificate when he was like getting drafted and shit. They're like, no way, this guy's whatever. My mom played sports growing up too. She was actually a good athlete. Both parents were, whatever. I mean, I'm
Dad
sure they
played
were like.
baseball? Or
Sorry?
Hockey.
And he played baseball growing up, but he got drafted for hockey.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Fire.
No, he's good. That's why I think when I was talking about before, like hey, I wish someone told me to just like work a little bit harder and I could be making millions playing a sport. So he's like just big on like do literally everything you possibly can. Like work as hard as you can for however long that is. He's like, I don't care if you stop playing after high school, but just like work as hard as you can and see where it gets you.
I like it.
Yeah. He's like, I wish my dad told me that. He's like, I wish someone told me that. So yeah, I'm like, hey,
Is women's hockey?
women, they just got a
I'll say.
PWHL, Professional Women's Hockey
Yeah, I'd
League.
say isn't.
There's 6 teams in it. There's like Boston, Toronto, Montreal, New York.
Cool.
I should know that better. My grandpa actually is like he started working as a referee in that league, like being like
No
the
way.
head person for refs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
this guy
hockey.
won't retire. He won't give
How
it up.
exciting.
He won't give it up. It's really cool.
Gotta
And
go
it's
watch
actually
some.
so big for women's
Yeah,
sports.
send us some tickets.
Yeah, no problem. Like tickets are selling out every game. Like they can't, like
Yeah.
people can't find tickets for it. It's awesome. I
That's
love
Yeah,
it.
you gotta give me some.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
There's no Florida team yet though. So.
yeah, when they get the Florida team, I need season
Okay.
tickets.
Okay.
So we are on for the game, so we have to ask the hard-hitting questions.
Okay.
So, how do you guys want to be remembered when you leave
Oh,
Barry?
I love this question.
How
I
do you
love
wanna
that
be
question.
remembered?
Don't cry. Are you actually?
No.
It's okay if you have to. though.
No, I love this question. You guys don't know Rascal Flatts, but there's a song. Like it's
Don't know
not
Rascal
it's not
Flatts.
if they do, it's how they remember you. So it's not if people remember you, it's how they remember you. And I would just say someone that's positive, like someone that you always can come around and like always has a smile and like always is like excited to like. I love seeing my friends around campus. I think that's the one thing I'm gonna miss about college.
Yeah.
Is like, you know, I get to see my friends. Like, when am I ever going to see this many people that I talk to all the time in like
Yeah.
the same place ever again? So that's like the bittersweet part about leaving is friends. But just remembering, I think someone who's positive, obviously a good teammate, someone to always be there.
Yeah, I would say the same thing, but also mine would just be how hardworking I am and how I never gave up. Like, I had to deal with a lot of stuff these past 4 years with friends and, you know, just softball coaches and stuff. And just never giving up. I could have easily quitted my freshman year. Easily?
Yeah.
Easily quitted?
Yeah.
Quit?
Easily quitted.
Easily quit my freshman year.
Yeah.
And that was one thing my dad was like, I didn't raise a quitter. So, just
Fight
There
it out.
you go.
Fight it out. And
Warrior.
you probably learned so much through those years.
Like, you're
versus
gonna
if you
have a
quit.
boss that you don't like and that they
There
don't
you
like
go.
you, and you're gonna
Teammates.
have to deal with it.
Life stuff.
There you go. Awesome.
How do you guys?
I want to be remembered
Sorry, turn it
as
around.
Yeah.
somebody that was always there for people,
Nice.
and that no matter like how bad stuff was going, like he would like bring up vibes.
You could turn to that.
I said
Mhm.
I could turn some vibes up, or
Yeah.
and just help. I don't know. I just like bringing good energy. So that's
No,
what I want to be remembered as. A
Yeah.
good energy person.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of similar to what you both said. Definitely like the good teammate part.
Yeah.
But like definitely like just a guy that like you could trust.
Yeah.
Like and actually like cared about his friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big time.
For sure.
Love it. Just
Yeah.
a bunch of good people in this
Yeah.
room, guys.
Yeah.
It's the
Very,
goal.
very,
Just a bunch of
very
energy
good
people.
podcast. This was very fun.
I loved
Last
it.
question though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So 5 years from now, we're all gone from Barry. Where do you see yourself? What are you doing? If life's going great, the dreams worked out good. what are
all
you
your
doing?
dreams are
dream.
in place.
The dreams.
Wow,
Where we
5
at?
years from now, what are you doing?
You go.
Well, I would hopefully still be down here or something, but like working for the Dolphins, maybe.
Fire.
Yeah.
Dolphins.
What do you want to do for the Dolphins?
Anything. Get me a job
Yeah.
that pays.
Really nice.
Fire.
Dolphins.
No, but dream.
Give
like
her a job.
Yeah.
Do it.
You heard it here.
dream,
for the
like media. Like what is
Yeah,
what is
I
it?
mean, I have a little thing for just like making videos and like filming and editing, but I just never pursued it. I didn't think it was like a big career when I was going to college, so I was like, okay, business management. So I don't know, anything.
And
really.
how much social media has expanded even over the
Yeah.
last 5
Facts.
years. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy.
How many
so.
more job opportunities there are?
Totally.
Yep.
Just because, yeah.
Good
Dream.
answer.
I love thinking about the dream because, like I said before, don't let anyone tell me that I can't do something. 5 years I would be playing on the national team for softball, Team Canada.
Fire.
While doing mental performance for, I would like to say, youth athletes. Like I'm a big advocate for just like grow the game, like talk to the, like you never know who's watching, like the little girl that you didn't even know was in the stands. It's like, oh, I really like the way she plays, right? Like just being that person for athletes. I would love to like set that role and just like continue to train, continue to be the best athlete I can be, but also being someone that youth softball players or athletes can look up to.
That's awesome.
Fire. Well, this has been For the Game.
For the game.
The Haley and Angel podcast.
Thank
you
you
so
so
much
much.
for
Thank you,
joining
guys.
us.
Thank you.
It
Thank
was
you so
awesome.
much. It was a
Thank
great
you
time.
for joining us.
Appreciate y'all. We
For
out.
the Game.
For the game.
For the game. For it.
Peace.
Yeah, let's hear that. Thanks, guys.
Oh my god,
Thank
my
you, that
ears
was
hurt.
good. That was fun.
I kind of think I could just sit in here and talk into this mic for the
Just
whole
the
Yeah,
whole, yeah.
right.
Yeah,
And it's just
100%.
so like I love